It's the full moon today and tomorrow. I think it's 99% today, February 23rd. The brightness can be something that affects us, like our sleep. We're thinking it's the middle of the day and the middle of the night, and then just be kind of high energy. And that corresponds in our bodies to a big inhale where you're hanging out in that inhale energy, and you need the exhale to balance it out. So let's take some long exhales today. One of the ways of settling the mind, please come to a comfortable seat. Take the attitude from the beginning of compassionate awareness towards your body. Cause no harm. Pay attention. Breathing in, sitting tall. Breathing out also through your nose. Staying tall. There's an inhale tallness and the exhale tall. Stay tall as you breathe out. Let it move down into your little belly. One more time like that. Staying tall. Axial extension. Exhale, axial extension. One of the movements of our spine is tall spine. And then let it relax a moment and just let yourself settle. Rest your shoulders, your hands, your eyes. Let your mind find the breath, the sound. Gentle breathing sound. Throat constrict slightly to make that sound more present. Letting one more exhale slowly go away. Empty, empty, empty. Downward energy with that exhale. Inhale, press down and reach up. Exhale, Pranamasana. Hands together, elbows lift. So you'll need to use your legs and your core to sit. So intentionally grounding your legs. 2, press your hands together to awaken your upper body, your heart center. 4, 5. Add the Om to Pranamasana. Breathe in, sit even taller. Letting the hands come in, the arms come into your body, and your chin come down. Let yourself drop into a meditative state. Breathe in, let your arms reach up to the sky, lift your ribs, lift your face. Breathe out to the right, come down, use your belly to turn your spine. Work your way up. So even if we have an idea of where we're going in a pose, meet the pose in the moment. Add a little eye stretch to the side. And balance effort with ease. Maybe even taking it a little more easy today with the moon day. Take things a little softer, a little less striving. One more time, breathe out. The belly re-engages for this. Inhale, turn with your belly center, reach up. And keep in mind that softer approach to the practice. 1, 2, 3. The breath is also treated gently, never forced. My suggested breathing is just suggesting, just teaching you, but you find your own way. Breathe out low belly tones. Breathe in when you're ready. Come up And circle your wrists as you bring your arms down. And then making sure really comfortable in your legs and hips to do a little side to side rocking from your hip joints, and then to start a little circling around energy from there. So slipping your hands up to the top of your legs if you'd like to just bring awareness to where you're moving from. Find a little flow, your own speed. And take the time to go around again before finding your center. And taking whichever leg is in front, stretch it out to the side. Different from Janu Sirsasana, more like a half dragonfly kind of yin pose. So you can explore going out a little bit to the side. Settle your head and neck and gaze. Just letting my head follow my spine. One more breath in a relaxed way. Little side stretch. And coming more upright and coming down to the front a little bit or a lot. Keep it rather yin in the legs. Just take away muscular effort and find the movement. Long centered spine, neck, just the right amount. Breathe twice more. Inhale up. Take your time, it strengthens your low back. Hold in and change sides. So starting with the circling and rocking the other way, fold the other leg in front and start your process, moving from the hip joints when you're ready, side to side to help feel them, part of our unseen body, and then out, around, other side, across the back, your own flow. Yoga is awareness practice. So just be aware of what flowing feels like. What is your brain doing? What is your body experiencing? And let that settle back to center. Taking out that leg in the front out to the side. In a relaxed way, relax the legs, non-striving. Slide out the same side arm and then add a little lean out. You can place the other arm wherever it feels good. You could reach it over if you wanted to. Belly relaxing, pelvic floor, let go of your muscles. Another 2 breaths, letting that low back stretch. And wherever else feels a little lengthening in your body. Come up with some slowness. Do re-engage your low belly. Use it as well to find that forward shape in the pose. Relax your muscles. Like for me, I have to really be conscious of letting go of the muscular effort to get into that place. And then hold steady and breathe. Hands just resting on the ground, not spreading, not pressing. Notice your breath without using the bandhas. Notice how your inhale does move up into your lung space and the exhale does move down. Follow your next breath in with a little core to come up and release. Stretch out your legs, please, and bring your hands back with your fingers. allowing your shoulders to open a little bit at the front. Rest back. You'll find a position with your arms where they have enough room to comfortably hold your body as you lean back and point your toes. We could add some alternating heel, ankle pumps if that works with your heels on the ground. You could focus more on your toes. Then point your toes to stretch the tops of your feet, the front of your body, your chest, your face, your throat, all of that, finding a little space. Breathe in deeply and breathe out deeply. Releasing from the shape to Malasana pose, walking your feet in, take your time, bring them close together-ish, inner feet grounding, tall in the center. Really listen to your lower back as you come forward in this pose, the inner legs as well to some extent, but the low back is a deep stretch in the low back muscles coming out, head coming down. You can reach through if you'd like to. Your body, move with awareness and take 5 breaths here. Lunar style, not striving. One more time. Baddha Konasana. Coming up, letting your feet come together at the soles and the knees, releasing to the sides. A little free movement exploration there. And then keeping the arms and the spine straight, breathing in, shoulders where they belong, maybe a little together and down the back, and then tuck your chin, breathe deeply. Neck stretch, upper back, inner legs, 4 and 5. And release. Please come to tabletop from where you are. Mix up your patterns. Take things easy. And once you have your hands and knees and feet set up, then start some circling movement here. So move out towards your hands and then back towards your knees. Go one direction to begin. The movement really comes from your hips and core. You can think of moving your pelvis towards each of those 4 points. As you come around to the front, you can do a little bit of a dip if you'd like to explore and bring that in. Dip. Maybe, maybe not. And center into cat spine. Stretch your spine into that curve. Breathe into cow spine. Nice and light in the tilt in the belly. Heart and face forward. Neutral and the circles the other way. So towards the other hand to start. Free breathing. One more time around. Settle into the center, cat spine, maybe fingertips with it. Tuck your chin and tail, breathe. Just think of your shoulders here as well as your spine. One more breath. Release your hands and spine to neutral. And then please come to forearms. The foundation like dolphin, hands flat or together, elbows apart. Doing the calf stretch. I'm going to turn to the side for this just to show it. Taking your right leg back, tuck your toes, keep them on the ground. And just doing this in dolphin as a variation. Working the forearm plank a little bit with the calf stretch and foot stretch. Head centered and relaxed. One more breath. Press down a little in your arms. And bring that leg with some slowness by the other one. Stretch back through your heel on the other side, down into your arms. 1. So some elements of the forearm plank. One more time. Breathe out. Release with some slowness. Rise up. Roll your shoulders back and down a few times. Balance on your knees. And then striking cobra practice, starting with the puppy pose. Hands down, tuck your toes, widen your knees a little bit and go back to extended puppy with the elbows lifting. Establishing that one more breath. Hands pretty far away to give yourself room to unfurl your torso into the next shape. So rise up, release your feet, lift your rib cage, guide your pelvis forward, and stop at any point gazing down your nose. Slowly back to the puppy. Flow freely between those shapes a few times. So striking cobra, this high cobra from the knees, lift, lift. Press hands, go back. Once or twice more, depending on your speed. If you want to come into that high cobra and hold it, engage your low belly, pelvic floor, lift ribs, gaze down, lift out of shoulders, and go back. Puppy. Release your toes and child's. If you want to add the praying mantis arms or just let your arms rest, praying mantis is elbows bend, hands touch behind you. For 1, find a way to breathe. The breath moves 360 degrees. Twice more, slow breathing. Exhale. Inhale, rise and extend your spine, a little cow. Exhale, bear and downward facing dog. Keep walking your hands back so you can come to your feet. And once you're on your feet, stand. Roll your shoulders back and down a few times to help them settle. We do tend to go the other way a lot, so this helps us bring them back and down where they belong. Palms slightly forward, feet connect with the earth. You can ground yourself at any time. You can connect with your body and breath. 3, posture pose. 4, one more breath, only 5 breaths. All right, good. Relax your arms. Crossover side bend, left foot in front of the right. Look down if you need to, or feet close to spine, but the crossover gets us into this whole side of the body. So bring that side up into the air and over, grounding the other arm into your side. Take an upward gaze. If you feel too unsteady with that up gaze, look down at the floor instead. Non-striving. Exhale, belly tones. Inhale, slowly come up. And exhale whenever it happens. Mountain, crossover, ground, and reach. Exhale, side bend. So Non-striving might just be beginning to feel some sensation. Up or down gaze, 1. This is totally a core pose, low belly, subtle core. It's below the breath, it's a little tone, an energetic tone. Find it with your brain. 1 more breath out. Inhale, slowly rise and uncross. Palms up, pinkies together, the gesture of inner listening, adding it to Utkatasana, down and back. With your hips, your knees, go into your lowness. Let it be a positive place for today. With the gesture of inner listening, concentrate, bringing this all together. 1 more breath. Seal your hands, press your feet, and stand up. Exhale, go back with your right leg like you're going to warrior A. So a big stance, pivot, ball of the foot, and the front knee bends, crescent lunge. Hands up, elbows back, lead with your chest. Lower your back knee towards the floor and release. Concentration, find a steady gaze. 3, 4, breathing freely. 5. Coming up, straighten both legs, bring the back heel down. Warrior A, rebend your front knee, ribs towards the front. Set your feet, and then explore bringing up your arms. Let your shoulders come with your arms, they do, and then relax your shoulders down slightly, lift your face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release your hands down. Return to crescent lunge with the back foot. Warrior C, straighten the front leg, keep the toes down, so you keep that contact point. Maybe lift it up if that's in your practice today. There's no room for anything else in a pose like this. Just now. Now, 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 now. And then let it go. Release your leg back beside the other one and ground. Second side, crescent lunge. Take a little time to find the balance. Unshakable courage gesture, thumbs wide, fingers woven, back knee down and up. 2, eyes find a steady point. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let both legs straighten, bring your back heel down. Warrior A, the arms and ribs lifting, the gaze going down, the pelvis going down. 1, 2, feel in your body. Lengthening the hip flexors, the front hip muscles on the back leg. Stretching your sides. 5. Bring your hands down, lean forward. Press and straighten the front leg, pulling in with the back toes. Stay or lift the leg. 1, 2, work until the very end, even if that's coming in and out the whole time. 3, some days are like that. 4, 5, and a gentle landing when you're ready. Mountain. Deep bend of the knees to the right. Step out for side lunging by turning your toes, knees, and hips towards the corners of your mat. Bend your left knee towards your middle toes. Go as far out and down as that feels good. And then press up all the way to center. And then to the other side. Fully establish each place. For 2. Free breathing for 2. Optional to add the reach out or the tap. 3. Let it flow. 4. 4. Come in for your hold. You can do your fancy stuff. You can lift the back toes. You can lower your hips. One more time. Challenging yourself gently. And that's that whole spirit of non-striving, is just to be where you are with it in the moment. Let it be, not try to develop, but just let it be. 1, 2. One more time. Breathe out. And release. Goddess, you get your feet a little closer together so you can track your knees towards your toes. Come down the midline, nice and low, whatever low is. Maybe you flow it side to side a little bit. Find the center. Would you like to hug your shoulders or eagle your arms? No strain, no force. Coming up to 5-point star. Straighten, reach out. Breathe in. Back in for the other side. Start with the lower body. Find your squat. And then the other wrap of the arms for shoulder hug or eagle. Unattached to what it looks like. It is all about how it feels. And correct alignment, of course. Breathing another time. 5-point star. This time heels release out so you get a nicer steady foundation for it. Reach, stretch, breathe a few times, whatever your star would like to do. Another slow inhale. And a really slow exhale to release down over arms and ribs and shoulders. Warrior B towards the front of your mat. So we're facing the side, turning the leg from the hip and bending the knee. Bring out your arms. Keep it a little soft today. Palms up, softens the shoulders. Changes the energy. There's your gaze looking at that hand. Find the other side. So eventually your face will turn around and find the other hand, and you can bend your knee, feel your feet settle in, and then breathe. Feeling those different muscles working here to hold the arms. One more time. Flip your hands back over to finish and breathe out. Stay for extended side angle, lean and reach. The top arm, the pinky side comes down towards the floor as you bring it out. Gaze at it, fingers gather. The feet are foundational, grounding. One more exhale. Find your finished expression of the idea, and then come up and change sides. The warrior bee lunge, the extending out, The pinky side coming down as you reach. Keep it chill. 1, one more time. Exhale down into your center. So you're grounded in your torso and your feet as you work your way up and out of it. Bring the legs closer. Step out. Breath of joy to gently brighten the energy. It's a 3-part inhale from mountain. So let's start with an exhale retention, actually, because that's the longest exhale that we can do. So step out, easy, wide, freeze. And don't force this at all, but let go, let go, let go. Keep exhaling for a long time in your body. So start with a slow inhale when you're ready. Exhale, bend your knees, hands on your thighs, lean forward a little bit, and just try to suspend or keep exhaling as long as you feel that emptying quality. When your inhale comes, stand up and breathe in. Option to do another 1, 2, or 3, depending on your holds. You can really hold a long time if you're into that. Big inhale, really slow release. That's what it's all about. Slow release of the exhale. I'm not trying to strain your body in any way, but to let go deeply. The option for one more time. Slow breath out. Let go, let go, let go. Inhale, rise when you're ready. Energy, hold feet together. Hold the pranic center, the low belly for a moment. So you're grounded in your feet, your belly, your exhales, your concentration, all those steady things. And breathe out once more. Good. Now, breath of joy. Step your feet apart. Arms by your sides. Inhale 1/3 to the front, 2/3 to the sides, 3/3 all the way up. Find your full inhale, and then take a slow exhale into your favorite forward fold. So the lunar style one can be a generous bend in the knees with the palms up. Maybe let them rest on your feet or the floor. 1. You can rock gently if that's nice in your pose. Settle back to stillness. Breathe a few more times. And bend your knees enough to flip your hands over to the floor and step your legs back. Try to mix up your patterns. Come back to Palakasana, plank pose, and flow from plank to downward dog. Use your belly to pike up for down dog and to lower towards the floor a little in plank. One more time out to plank pose. Maybe lift your right leg. Bring it down. Maybe lift your left leg. It's fine if you're still developing with your knees down. It's okay. Foot down and then walk in. Downward facing dog. So now the weight moves back towards the legs more. Check in with hands grounded and spinning outwardly a little bit, shoulders outward. And now if you'd like, lift up your right leg. can have some free movement. Turn the hip to the side, move your leg around, or just find a sweet spot to hold steady. But stay even in your shoulders. Keep your upper body safe and aligned as you move the leg around. One more breath on this side. And bring it into pigeon pose. Bringing the knee up between the hands. Stretch the other leg back. So from here, if you need to, roll to your back and take a figure 4. Take some time and free breath to come into this downward facing hip stretch. So like keeping the knee really folded on itself to begin. Opening the knee hinge over time in your own body. Maybe you can lower towards the floor a little bit more. Then relax what you can. Check your body and hold steady. For 1. Exhaling for 2. 3. 4. 5. Planting your hands, find this power position close enough to your torso where you can press into your hands, tuck your back toes, and lift yourself back out of it into the 3-leg dog shape again. And then the other side. So starting with 3-leg dog. You could do this from dolphin arms, forearms down if you need to, or from tabletop. Grounding your hands. Head below the heart, getting some brain, oxygen in the brain, blood flow in the brain. And then pelvis turns back towards the mat and bringing the knee through on this side. Use your arms to guide the other leg back. Give yourself a little time. So go to your back body if you want to do the figure 4 on this side. There's a forward fold element to it, coming out over that leg. Gradually scan your body and then relax for 5 breaths, really slow ones. Relax your movements, but your body is engaged. This is not a yin pose, so we have muscular engagement to hold us precisely and safely. You can do it as a yin pose, but not today. Slowly, slowly breathe out for 5. Engages the low belly. Bandhas, pelvic floor. Use your subtle core. Tuck your back toes. Press. Rise. Lift back. Move a little bit. Shake it out. And come to your knees and sit down. Stretch your legs out. Find a sit on a blanket. Blanket's edge, folded edge. So it's okay if your knees don't straighten all the way. Toes back, Dandasana. Hands by your sides, tuck your chin, staff pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax your feet. Shake it out a little bit and release. Seated twist is one of the shapes that we've been looking at this week. Bringing in your right knee to a bent position. Ground your other leg. Keep some space between the legs. Sit tall. Use your arms to help you face that straight leg for a twist. Feel free to further express yourself in this pose, maybe a hand behind. The breath moves up into the upper lungs in this shape. One more time, keep the leg out active. And release back to center. Dandasana. Relax. Marichi C variation. So sitting bones, find your foundation. Foot, leg, grounded, and then tall and turning. Turn your belly, turn your ribs like our other seated twists. 1. Take away any excess. 2, 3. Balancing in this position, right? 5. Come back to center, stay tall, and release. Getting ready to lie back. So if you want to layer up a little bit, get your comfort stuff for rest. Have a sip of water if your throat's dry. Lie back slowly and bring your knees in. Coming down with your feet one at a time, core aware. We're learning to use your low belly and hip flexors to move your legs. To come up into one sustainable bridge. Widen your feet, center and lift up your spine. Just nice and easy and comfortable. Recognizing that there is some effort involved here, but take it easy. Ground the back of your head, your feet, your arms and hands. Stretch your front hips. Maybe adding the interlace if that doesn't feel like too much in your shoulders. Get one shoulder underneath your torso at a time. Weave the fingers. No force, no strain. One more time. Switch the weave of your fingers. Stay a few more cycles of breath to balance that. So there's like a silver dollar area behind your skull that you're pressing into. Strengthens your neck muscles. Grounding those points that touch the floor. One more. Exhale. Inhale, take your arms out and then bring your spine down. Mindfully, try to keep your head close to where it started. It might move, but stay on the back of it. Flip your arms over, palms down, turn out a little more and windshield wiper slowly with your hips. Flow all the way to each side of your feet. Find your rotations in your hip joints. Maybe turn your head the opposite way as you go down to the side with your legs. Just going at your own pace for a little bit of time here. Plenty of time and space. Coming back to your first side, maybe take a few cycles of breath. And over to the other side, please take a few cycles of breath. Come back to center. Recenter your spine. Breathe in. Breathe out, low belly. Engages a little strongly, and then try to bring your legs up without using your arms. Bring them up into the air. Slide your arms down beside you. Spread your hands. Rest your big toes together. Legs can rest together. Just keep your heels slightly apart. Bring your legs towards you, so folding yourself into a forward fold, upward facing forward fold. Let your knees bend. Separate your feet. Use your arms. 1, take a little plow pose. 2, stretch your back body. 3, 4, 5, release into figure 4. Coming down from above into figure 4, give yourself plenty of room to cross that top leg. And then bring the bottom one in, just the right amount to stretch your outer feet and leg and lower leg and ankle, that whole outer line. Head centered. Relax what you can. Eyes resting. Six. 2 more cycles of breath. 7, 8. Remember your core strength as you release. Coming in from above like the other side. So start with legs in the air. Fold them in. So that bottom leg might come all the way to the floor, and that's fine. Customize for this side. Find that outer edge. Sweet place where it's some positive sensation. Maybe a little bit challenging to your body. Some things meet it compassionately. 8 cycles of breath. Relax. Breathe slowly. Only the energy needed. 5, check in. How are you doing? How's your space? 6, 7, 8. A mindful release. Supta Baddha Konasana. Make sure that your low back has plenty of space so you can press your feet and lift up and bring that buttock flesh down towards your heels a little bit to give your low back room to open your knees to the sides, feet rest together. And then if you would like to, you can do a little bit like cow face pose. So taking your left arm like a goalpost, but then move it like you're going to put your hand underneath your head, and you could even lift your head and slip your arm back there, palm facing up. The bottom, the other arm, palm faces down. So bend your elbow and maybe slip that hand underneath your low back space. 3, 2 more cycles of breath. 4, 5. Release your arms first. Use your hands to guide your legs out of the shape, knocking your knees together, widening your feet for a moment. And then widen your knees, feet come together again when we're set with the other side. So right arm reaches up alongside you, bend your elbow, say your hand, maybe it touches the top of your head, maybe slip it back there behind your neck space. The other arm, palm faces down, bend your elbow, maybe slip it into your low back space. Breathe deeply, 1. 2, a little drawing up energy in the pelvic floor muscles. Same with the low belly. Those are connected. 4, 5. So this whole thing ends up in your low torso. Take a little time to release these actions from your body. Guide your legs out of that shape. Stretch them out. Both feet towards the right, both feet towards the left. Let your hips rock side to side. And then legs straight, bring both sets of toes towards each other, internal hips, and away, external hips. Toes towards each other, and away, and relax. Please bring your right knee towards your chest. Let the legs reach away from each other. Right ankle pumps in circles, some free movement exploration. And then stillness. Switching sides. Mindfully use your core strength. Bring your other knee to your chest. Switch your catch and slide the other one out. Use your arms to bring that knee towards your torso and reach the other leg long, point the toes. Ankle, toes, foot, all those bones and joints, just having a little movement time. Then stillness. Bring your knee away from your chest. Use your opposite hand to bring it across. I've noticed that I use this elbow that I just freed to push and rock over towards the side for knee down twist. So we find a way that there's that action. Push your elbow into the floor, get that started, bring your knee across. Connect your toes to the back of your leg or your floor. Don't float that leg, but ground it somewhere. And then the cactus arm on the other side as you turn your head. So that if you bring the knee down, the shoulder is going to come up. If you bring the shoulder down, the knee is going to come up. Find your happy middle path and rest into that shape. Last pose before Shavasana. Slow breathing, quiet eyes. One more cycle as you're ready, breathing in. And breathing out, stay all the way through the exhale. Notice your process of coming back with control and mindfulness to center, and then the other side's a little shift, spine back to center, knee to chest, knee across. Use your right elbow in the floor to help you come to your side as you bring that knee. Ground your toes, turn your head, find the seesaw of your knee and shoulder, find that nice middle, and breathe deeply. Long exhales. Breathing out for 4. Take the time for one more. Returning to your back body. Center your spine, give your low back room. Stretch out and relax as you're ready. And if you like to rest on your side or your belly, that's fine. If you need something under your knees or your head, that's fine. Take care of yourself. Let go of your efforts. Emptying breaths. The sky of mind is open, clear, transparent. It allows for all things, yet is not limited by them. Please come slowly out of that place of stillness and create another place of stillness, sitting in some way that supports that freedom of your mind, that place of peace and potential and possibility. Focus your breath through the left channel. Release, bringing your right ear towards your shoulder. I was really trying not to forget to do this. Next stretch, if you'd like to add your hand, really customize. So it's nice to do this one when we're warm. So not starting with it today, but coming back to stretch that neck shoulder zone. No force, no holding back. One more time. Take care with the release to bring your head to center, not irritate your neck. Over to the other side. So add a little weight to it, a little energy with the hand to your own comfort. For one more time, feel your head and neck resist your hand. And then come up with some slowness. Let it all be free and soft. Exhale. Grateful. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for practicing with me, for inspiring me, and taking care of yourself in this way.